All right, let's look at this cool chorus in E flat boogie. Okay, sweet. So, all right, let's start at the very beginning. E flat. Let's look at our E flat. We don't care about the scale as much as we do is like what our chords are. So let's look at our E flat chord and other notes you want to be aware of. You know, you have your flat 3, your 3, so that's a G flat G. You got your 5th up here and your 6th. It's good to know your 6th there. So you got your E flat chord, your A flat chord. Here's our 6 is F and 7. And then our B flat chord, the flat 3rd. So know our 6. Always know your 6 when you're learning chords. Get those 6, and then you can really function with those chords rather than like saying, well, this is a flat major scale, which is not really relevant so much in the blues because there's more notes available. So here we go. We're rooted in E flat. Here's our left hand. Our left hand pattern is going to look like this. Strong down and down, and it's just that one thing. So you play with this 5th first, and then you're going to open up, and your middle finger is going to play G flat, your thumb's going to play C, and then your second finger is going to by itself hit that G. It's going to kind of resolve, and then your hand hits hard, and you finish out. So you're really like filling out that chord, and that same pattern of flat 3rd and 6th. 3rd and 5th is going to be the same thing we do over the other two chords, the 4 chord. And the 4 chord, 5 chord. Here's our flat 3rd and our 6th. Again, I told you know those 6ths. So that's going to be the pattern. That's going to take some work to sort of work out, but we're going to try to give you a right hand to try to plug right in. And let's see if it works. The right hand part, we're gonna position our hand here over this sort of first inversion E flat chord. And we're gonna use our thumb's gonna be really active around here. And while these fingers sort of say planted, I use my 2 and 4. You're gonna have to build your 4-finger strength eventually, so you might as well start with it here. And we're gonna we have this tritone in our root up top. It's going to come up to the B flat, thumb, thumb, thumb. And when you're learning these, make sure you know where it falls in the beat because that's what is going to ultimately let your hands work together. So you got to know it's down and up. Whether you're stomping your foot or tapping, that's where you want to really make sure when you're practicing this, it's with that phrasing. And you can see it starts on an upbeat, anticipatory. Sometimes I'll use my middle finger here on the C too. But you don't have to. And then we try to put those two together. So it's gonna look like that falls first. Now when you're trying to get these together, best to do your left hand first a couple times. And then try to get it in there with the rhythm. So this note anticipates. What happens that's kind of weird is you're here when you. So here I got the root on the major 3rd on my left hand, the flat 3rd on my right hand, and it feels like it's off, but it really resolves right away. Have to really play with that a lot, but it just repeats. So you do it all 4 times if you can do it, just then we're going to go, so the left hand now we're going to start to do some 6 over the 4 chord, and these E flat 6 are so great. That's one of the most fun things to do in the E flat blues is play these 6. So here, again, we're in the key of A flat now. We're in the chord of A flat, so we have our 2nd, and the 7th, so we're kind of playing like a 9th chord, and that's going to be a little tough to see, you know, at first, you know, while you're really learning to see your A flat chord, but stay with it, and then we're going to really kind of bounce, and then so what's happening? My thumb moves all down here with my down, my again pinky and thumb, and then I'll hit it again, and then I'll bring my 4th finger in. So that's what we're doing over, and again it's going to anticipate down, then back. So here, this is the root of my 4 chord, of my 5 chord, and the 7th. This is my B flat 7. I can do it with just these 2 notes, and I'm going to anticipate. I'm going to open up again as an anticipatory chord, and I like to try to hit these at the same time, but you don't have to. You can do any combination of it. We're going to stay on the 5 chord. We're not going to go down to the 4 chord, but we're going to do that same move we did over the 4 chord here. So it creates this nice effect. Again, we're used to doing that, but here we're going to do. What's that? Well, the same kind of idea, but except it repeats that while the left hand, all thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The important thing is 1, 2, that it starts there. I'll go resolve there. Okay, well that's like a real quick demonstration of how to do that. The hard part's going to be getting that timing, and you do it by really knowing where everything falls, where all the upbeats and downbeats are, and slowly learning this in rhythm, getting the rhythm going, and make sure you're really feeling that pulse. It's all about feeling the pulse. You don't have to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4. You just want to be feeling where it falls. Is it up or down? That's up and down. And that's, if you get that going, it's a lot easier to get that anticipatory beat in. At some point you go too slow that you will lose the rhythm, so you know there's a fine line of you finding it really slow and then doing it with enough speed that you start to feel it. But if you start trying to practice it every time, it's going to be fall apart, so make sure you take your time and practice it. Find these 6. Alright. So there's a good demonstration, hopefully. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments and I'll try to answer it better. But there's a little bit, one chorus in E flat.